So I'm sure none of you are surprised to hear this, but iron armor really isn't that good. I mean, neither are iron tools. I mean, they're slow and silly and, well, the main problem is they aren't diamond, are they? And I think 3 episodes is long enough to have been wearing iron gear and using iron tools. So I did the required grind and managed to get all of the bookcases that we need for level 30 enchantments. I mean, we don't have 30 levels, but that's okay. So whilst I was waiting for all of this sugarcane to grow, I did this. Now, I know it doesn't look like much, but I spent a bit of time clearing out our little cave base area so we can spread out a bit, have a little bit more room to move. And now it's quite a large area, and whilst I was doing all of that digging, I started to get some design ideas of what I would like in this place. And I was thinking we could have these 4 main circular towers, one in each corner, all made with the jungle wood palette with lots of leaves and vines everywhere, and it would look really, really pretty. But unfortunately, for this design to work, I am going to need a minimum of 16 blocks high, and at the moment we're sitting on around 7 blocks, and you can see from my levels I don't actually have enough to enjoy the level 30 enchanting station. So let's just do this grind the old school way and look forward to that Instamine in the future. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? I got to listen to a couple of streams and, well, now we have all of this space to work with. There was quite a lot of digging, and I'm not sure if we're going to need to do a little bit more in this direction, but for now I think it's fine, because what I want to do is I want to put in the first tower, or it's more like a gazebo I think actually, over here in this corner, and see how it looks size-wise in the space, because I haven't actually completed the design. I just have an idea of what I want it to look like, and if we need a bit more room we can always do a little bit more digging. That's not a problem at all. Now, as a side note, I've gone and I've sorted all of our stuff into these chests over here. I've put in a little bit of a smelter, and up here over where our cows and sheep were, I've gone and I've bred them up a bit and dyed them all grey. Hi, yes, you're very cute. And the reason for that is I've had a little bit of a change of heart. I mean, I'm not sure why, but originally I wanted to build using the jungle wood, and I went into a creative world just to have a bit of a play around with it, and I forgot just how pinky orange this wood is, with the little bits of green in there as well. And this tower is meant to be for our enchanting station, and those 2 woods just weren't going together well at all. So I thought, you know what, let's just change it up a little bit. We don't need to use the jungle wood. We can put all of this cobblestone that we got, which is, a hefty amount of cobblestone, to good use. and do a bit of a different design. So I've gone ahead and I've collected all of the resources. So we're going to be using the stone bricks, mossy and the cracked, as well as some grey wool, which you saw the sheep, for this design. And I've got all of the enchanting stuff, some lanterns, and I also got a little bit of obsidian because I think at some point we are going to have to go into the nether to get a little bit of glowstone to help light this place up because, you know, in true Ali fashion, that is a lot of torches. So anyway, let's get started and put in the foundation for this build. Well, one thing is for sure, we are definitely going to have to do some more digging. Oh my gosh, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. There's no way we can fit two of those next to each other without it looking funny. That's okay, we'll do more digging another day. I'm not going to let it worry me, that's fine. So what I've done is I've just put in the basics, just the little perimeter there, and what's going to happen is this is going to be sunken in the middle with all of the bookcases around it like so, and there's going to be, oh, am I one bookcase short? I thought I had all the bookcases. Oh no, I'm one short. That's okay, we'll repurpose this one and no one will know that I didn't have all the bookcases that I needed, and we'll just put a little cobblestone there. That's fine. It's going to get covered with carpet anyway, so it's fine. We'll pretend that didn't happen. So then when you step up into it, it's all going to be here in the middle, and we'll probably get some shulker boxes at some point and hide them in the carpet as well with all of the lapis that we need and stuff like that. Now, what I like to do when I'm building is start with a bit of a template or outline, usually using cobblestone, and then fill in with all of those special blocks afterwards. Special blocks, I'm not sure what special blocks are, but you know, with the final product afterwards, and slowly build up that level of detail. So what I'm going to do for this one, because I know the majority of it is going to be with this stone brick palette, I'm going to start off just using these ones, and the first thing we need to do is really just put in the structure here. So because this is in the corner, I think I want the entrance to actually be at the front here, so it won't be perfectly symmetrical going around, but I think that's okay. So maybe if we put a pillar here, no, let's put it here, and then one there. I'll get that torch. I've got to make sure I keep this place lit up. I should probably make some more torches, but that's okay. We'll put that there for now. So one there, and then we'll go with the stairs. Let's do 3 of those, and then yep, that brings us to the corner, so one of those, and there. Move this one as well. Come on, don't want it to get too dark here. Build it up like so. Now that doesn't give us actually that much room at the entrance, so I'll copy it on this side because I quite like the spacing in general. And then what we might do here is just do 2 instead of 3. So we'll get rid of this. Look at that. And then that gives us, if I come up here, the general layout for our pillars that are going to go up. So you can see there's going to be a bit of space in the corners and these main pillars that are coming up everywhere. So what I might do is fill those in and check back in with you in a second. And that's the base done. I think it's starting to look really cool. So I added in all of the pillars, I put in some stairs to lead up into the enchanting area. And I think one thing's for sure is it is definitely a lot bigger than I thought it would be. You can really start to see the scale of this Gazebo, I guess it's called, and we haven't even put the roof on yet, so that'll have to go on as well. So what I'm thinking we can do first, oh, that was close. Oh no, I did almost lost a heart. What I'm thinking we can do first is add in a little bit of detail between these pillars, and then of course put the roof on. So what I'll do is I'll grab some of that grey wool, we'll grab the carpet as well. What else do I need? No, I think that's everything. So for between the pillars, what I think we can do is just add in a couple of slabs as we go around like so, just to give it the impression that there's a little arch. So I make this one a little bit curvy like that. Yep, there we go. How does that look? I like this, and I think this is fine. This one here is a little bit funny. Oh, I'm gonna get that slab. No, that's alright. I'll leave that there. I think maybe if we come out one like that, that'll look a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. It's a bit janky because it's coming into the center of the build, but I think once we start adding detail, that will be fine. So I'll just quickly add that in the rest of the corners like so. We'll do that again. There we go. And you can see that that's going to make it look quite a lot more structural now that that's in. Like, it's not just these little pillars sitting there, it's a bit more reinforced, which I quite like. Now for the roof, I'm thinking that I don't want it to be too tall. We're already quite tall with this build, and I think if we went much taller than where we are, it would just look really out of proportion. I mean, I know I'm going to have to dig further out anyway because this thing is just huge, but I'm thinking what I want is a nice domed roof going over the top, nothing too tall and spiky. So what I'm going to do is try and mirror this shape below this square shape and have quite a flat roof. So if we head up here, well, actually I'll just grab that slab first, thank you, that's mine. If we head up here, what we can do is build out from the center block like so. Doop. And I think it's 9 across in total, so there you go, we've got a bit of a platform to stand on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, so 1, 2, this one. This is the center block. So we'll go up here. And what I'm thinking is if we do around 4 blocks height and start it there. So I'll put the grey wool and we can fill in the square like so. And what I'm going to do is a little bit of trial and error. Now I know you can use different websites to try and make this a lot easier and it'll give you the perfect shape, but I'm not sure exactly how I want it to look. So always better to just have a bit of a play around with it first. Maybe if it was a bigger build I would use something like that. So I might add on to the edges like this. And then what we can do is build down around the perimeter. So now that I've got that, oh, it's going to hurt when I jump down. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Now what we can do is just build out like so. So we won't need this one in the middle because that'll be the inside of the dome. But we can just fill in the perimeter all around the edge to start making that shape. There we go. So I will finish doing that and I will check back in with you once this roof is on. Okay, so that is the roof done. It is a little bit steeper than what I was thinking, but I do like how it is a bit of a diagonal square. Is that a thing? A diagonal square? So what I'm going to do next is put all of the carpets on top because carpets will stop mobs from spawning up here, and the last thing I want is a creeper to spawn and blow everything up. That actually happened earlier in the day. I was over with the sheep getting some more wool, and then all of a sudden a creeper was just behind me. I don't know where it came from because, as you can see, torches are everywhere. But it did, so that's okay. Where's the rest like that? Now, this does just go to the edge, and I was thinking rather than having the wool go all the way over, we might swap it up and use some andesite instead. And I actually really like polished andesite because it's kind of shiny. It looks like a shiny block. It brings a little bit of color. So I will finish putting on these carpets, and then we can head down and have a look. Oh no, I ran out. Oh, I'll have to get some more from down the bottom. All right, 3, 2, 1. Wah! It's okay, we made it. I am going to die falling off this scaffolding at some point. It's definitely going to happen. Yeah, so I'm thinking if we put andesite along here. I don't have any andesite on me, so let's get some andesite. Oh my gosh. Just wait for it. At some point I am going to fall, and it's going to be terrific. I'm going to splat on the ground, die instantly. You can all enjoy it. It'll be fun. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. We'll see what happens. So if I do this, how does that look? Yeah, I quite like that. I mean, this is an issue over here, but there's not much I can do about that at the moment. If I add in there as well, and I'm thinking maybe we go underneath for these ones. Oh, I need more of my scaffolding. There we go. I'm not sure if I want this to come out by one or just be underneath. I might go out. We'll see what out looks like, and do that around all of the sides. So if that is out, then we need what do I want to do there? Because that looks very chunky now, but you know what, let's put it in and see what it looks like, and we can decide afterwards. Okay, so I went with the thinner model, and I just extended it all the way around the outside, and I think that looks really good actually. I put in the carpets in the bottom as well so that it's in with the color scheme, and I swapped out the some of those carpet blocks, or wool blocks, sorry, on top to be the stone stairs, and I think that really helps with the shape. Pretty funny, I said I wanted a dome, and instead I've gone for a little bit more of a pointier shape, but I think it works really well with the symmetry of the build, like in terms of it's not too top heavy. So the next thing we can do is really just start decorating it. So let's jump into a little bit of a time lapse, and I'll talk you through what I do as I do it. So I knew I wanted to give this build a little bit of an overgrown look, so I started by adding in some leaf blocks everywhere, and I think the leaves are a bit of a different color, so we must be across 2 different biomes down here, which I didn't notice. I thought we were in the jungle for the whole thing. The next thing I did was I added in some lanterns. I wanted them to kind of look a little bit like fairy lights hanging down, and then I filled in the rest of the roof with leaf blocks to make it give it that overgrown magical look. After I did this, I went ahead and I started putting in some mossy cobblestone and some of that cracked brick variation, just to give it a little bit of wear and tear, not too much. I didn't want to overdo it. And I worked out you can also do mossy cobblestone stairs, so I also ended up adding in a few of those as well. Not too many, just enough to give it a bit of character. And here it is, the finished build. I am so happy with how it turned out. I think it looks so pretty with all of the lanterns, and it looks very magical with the enchanting station there down at the bottom. So if we come and have a little bit of a closer look, I've just done a little bit of extra detail on the inside as well, and not too much around the edges because I think we're going to end up extending these walls out quite a bit more so it doesn't look like it's tucked in the corner so much. But yeah, I really, really like the hanging lanterns, and I think that is all that we have time for today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this build, and I hope you're excited to see what else that we put down in this magical underground cavern. And I'll see you guys next time.